Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. I was talking about the Balkans, that they will explode. I would give them about 2 years at the most, and I mentioned this in a few videos before. And now I will discuss two articles that would show a little bit of unrest in the area. So let's go with the first article, which is coming from Reuters from June 6th, 2022. And the title is Bosnian Serb leader Dodic says Ukraine war has delayed secession plan. So the Serb leader from Bosnia, Dodic, says that Ukraine war has just delayed the secession plan. All right, so we have here the war in Ukraine and its knock-on effects have forced Bosnian Serb nationalists to delay plans to pull their region out of Bosnia's national institutions. Their leader, Milorad Dodic, said on Monday. In December, the parliament of Bosnia's autonomous Serb Republic voted to start work on severing ties with Bosnia's armed forces, judiciary, and tax system in a non-binding motion meant to pave the way to secession. I would say Dodik, okay? Dodik, the driving force behind a plan that sparked Bosnia's worst political crisis since the end of the 1990s war and triggered sanctions against him from London and Washington, and warnings from the EU, had said it would be implemented by a deadline that expires this week. But changed political conditions caused by the war in Ukraine had caused a delay, Dodik, whose plan is supported by Moscow, said. The secessionist plan was not scrapped, just delayed. Dodik said during the parliament session he called to rally support against Bosnia's imposing sanctions on Russia over its invasion of Ukraine, which Moscow calls special military operation. That is why we halted the realization of our conclusions relating to the withdrawal of Bosnian Serbs from state authorities, Dodik said. Dodik said that Bosnian Serb Republic wanted to maintain neutrality when it came to Russia and Ukraine and was against sanctions against Russia, echoing the stance of its sponsor Serbia, the only European country that has refused to impose sanctions. So yes, I knew about this. This gentleman, I read about him about a year ago or so, when he started moving and he got out of the Bosnian Armed Forces and he started the separation. But I know that he would just talk like this nonchalantly and in public about we're about to secede from Bosnia, but this war just delayed it. Oh man, okay, so they're far ahead my assessment, to be honest with you, but I give them a maximum of 2 years. So when they're gonna fall within the 2 years, I say, whew, I was right. But nevertheless, let's go to the other article that drew my attention here, and this comes from The Hill. From today again, June 6th, by Laura Kelly. This is the title: U.S. sanctions Bosnian president, official for threatening peace accords. So as you can say, the big club functions using two weapons, blackmails and threats. And if those are not working, then they will somehow start calling the country they don't like, or the politicians they don't like, started calling them all kind of names like strongman, left-leaning, far right, or they will say that, oh, the country actually doesn't respect the rights of this group or that group or this, and then they say we're going to impose sanctions, we're going to hurt them. And then if that doesn't work as well, then they will start fomenting certain spontaneous protest in the street, and then from there you're going to have some military officers defecting their allegiance for their country and just doing what they do best, and the intelligence community will also jump into the frenzy with the mass media. As someone said, in order to have the strong grip of a country, you have to have the mass media, you have to have the military, you have to have the intelligence apparatus. If you have these three, you're done. You're mine. Who was that? I don't know, someone in the 1920s, I think he said something like that. 20s, 30s. So in this case, you see the United States get involved in Bosnia with the first step, sanctions. And sanctions the Bosnian president, not the Dudik or Dudic. Okay, let's see what's going on. The Biden administration on Monday issued sanctions against the president of Bosnia and Herzegovina for undermining democratic and peace efforts in the Western Balkans. And the Americans are very concerned with that because it's in their neighborhood. The US said that Marinko Shavara, I think that's how you pronounce it, president of the, it's a C with something on top, so I would say it's a something, but maybe it's K, but I don't know, it's Kavara, it's Shavara. President of the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina has obstructed or threatened the implementation of the Dayton Peace Accords, the nearly 3-decade-old framework for pursuing stability in the region. The administration also sanctioned Alen Saric, the minister, Serranic, the Minister of Health and Social Welfare for the Republika Srpska, the other governing entity in Bosnia and Herzegovina, where most Srpska is Serbs. Herzegovina, where most of the country's Serbs now live. Serenic was sanctions for undermining state-level institutions that threatened the stability of the government, what the other guy did. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, a low IQ guy, said in a statement that Shavara and Serranic pursue ethno-nationalist interests at the expense of the peace, stability, and prosperity of their country. Well, I guess they don't really like that kind of diversity, you know. Maybe they want to be on their own, you know, right of people's self-determination. No? You want to push them together, you can keep them together, like to see how nicely it works, the Bosnia-Herzegovina, how it worked Yugoslavia. It was too much diversity in Yugoslavia. They couldn't take it. It was too much. It was too good. They wanted to be on their own. Serbs with Serbs, Croats with Croats, you know, Bosnians with Bosnians, and so on. Somehow they didn't. I think it was too good for them. You know, when you eat ice cream, it's too much for you. You just you feel like throwing up. You want to just, you know what I mean, right? But we love it here, right? We do. We have to. We have to like it. We have to. Diversity is our strength. That's what they say, but they can make a point. Anyway, so the Balkans are, I think, way ahead of the schedule that I think they will follow, and we'll see. It's gonna have Kosovo. It's gonna have Serbia. It's gonna have Bosnia and Herzegovina. So this is gonna be just the beginning. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.